Hello. Okay. I think this is working now. I'm going to adjust my volume levels, make it a little quieter. How does this sound? Let's try that out. Okay, that's good. It's working. So, as I was saying to absolutely nobody, completely muted, um, this is Paradise Killer. I don't quite remember what happened last time. I remember I ended up in a sewer. I checked out like a massage parlor or something. I found a couple of dead bodies. Lots of stuff happened. But I had a lot of fun just wandering around, if I remember correctly, and finding crystals and phone backgrounds. So I'm going to continue to do that and find out who's behind. I think the murder of everyone, and I think I'm trying to get access to the crime scene, which is a really fun little twist on all that. So without any further ado, let's jump in.
Paradise Killer.
Paradise Killer. Very cool art in this game. Okay, this is my save point. I think this is next to some sewers, if I remember correctly. Was there a conversation I was doing? I think that's what was going on. This is Crimson Acid, who is, I think, who became like the spokesperson of the gods and was blessed with this goat head as a result. I don't quite remember. Let's jump into it. Also, my blood crystals are gone. I'm going to have to run around and find those. Syndicate idol and touched by the god. That's right! I think I can basically go to this person to get like clues about like what's actually happening in this world and about like who did what or whatever. And I'm very excited for that. So let's find out about Starlight skins, which are the phone backgrounds I was collecting. You selling any skins for Starlight?
Nice doing business with you.
Sure am. One skin for one crystal. No. Another time. How can I help, lady? Exit. Last time I did the case files. I had this like really difficult conversation with the partner of the taxi driver at the beginning. And I basically went through this like really deep, in-depth sort of conversation with this person about like who did the murder, what do you think about this person? This person's terrible. And I'm like, hey, you want to hang out? So I'm gonna try and do it the other way. I'll do a hangout first, then get down to the really serious business. Although I might have already hung out. I don't quite remember. Good time for a chat, Crimson? What are you planning to do with your amassed wealth? If trade is good, you're carrying a lot of blood crystals. A quiet life. That's why I'm down here, away from the tower. Not the greatest fan of people. Having a big chunk of change allows you to live your life in peace. I don't like any of these things. I can be concerned and say misanthropic, or remind you're still an idol. She doesn't want to be an idol. They don't want to be an idol? I don't quite remember their pronouns. I'll stick with they, them. Misanthropic is kind of like, oh, you're being, ridiculous about this whole thing. I say misanthropic because it's just like you should be, I guess, not as miserable in general. How misanthropic? You sure that's healthy? Thank you, lady.
Good.
Have you tried that new beer I'm on the can of? It's good.
Ooh.
Not yet.
Investigator is here.
The investigator's here. Is it worth it?
That's strange.
You think I'd put a name to any old... I think that's piss water. There's a competition to win a date with me with a winning ring pull. Anyone win?
Work.
I'll let you into a little secret. There are no winning ring pulls. That's interesting. I'm going to screenshot that.
Don't be coy.
I know certain things about the Dead Nebula Company. I told the CEO I know these things, and she made the winning ring, the winning ring pull disappear. I'm not a prize to be passed around. Also gonna screenshot that. That's extremely cool.
Sorry.
I dread to think what your file on me look like. I know all sorts, but there's always more to learn. Flirt learn about me or worried privacy. I think I'm gonna go worried privacy. Hey Naya, how's it going? I'm talking with the gossip idol person. They're really cool. Lady Love Dies. I'm going into lockdown. Be seeing you, lady. That's nice. Okay, let's do some investigating. Oh, wait. If I remember correctly, I have to spend crystals for all of these, so I can't just ask. Ask Akiko's motive. Why would Akiko kill the council?
Thank you.
Secrets aren't free. Yeah, I can't afford any of these. I think I went through and found out like some were cheaper than others. But yeah. I'm going good. I'm going, Anea says, good, how are you and how's the game? The game is good. I have been in it for about 8 minutes, so nothing really has happened. I can't really remember much of what happened, so I'm probably going to go through the menu. May your journey be endless, and may you reach the moon. So I'm just going to go through the menu and try and figure out who is who and what is going on. The current objectives for... Oh, wrong menu. The current objectives I have are basically to find blood crystals to give to this person, so that they may give me some information about what is happening with regard to the murder. You were here last time, but I'll briefly go over this just to basically remind myself. Basically what happened was, I think what happened was there was a person who is accused of killing the council, had like their blood in his stomach, if I remember correctly, and is on trial, but no one has actually managed to get into the crime scene and seen things. So what I'm basically doing is just wandering around the island, finding clues, questioning everybody, and asking questions about all kinds of things. Hey, it's Caitlin. Hello. Don't worry about it. I was just sort of explaining what happened last time. Yeah, so I'm basically just wandering around the island, picking up blood crystals, and asking questions. And I've just been asked if I want to become famous. I can buy followers and viewers on something, which I am going to delete message. Wait, cancel. I'll ban this person. No spam. Ban. Rule number 1: no spam. So yes, so I'm basically just going to wander around and see what's going on. Here's a bunch of people. So yeah, I'm just gonna wander around and let it sort of like flow, like the story kind of flow into it. I feel like this is a complicated investigative kind of thing. So I'm just gonna wander around and see what happens. Also, my tweet just got liked by the people who made this game. It's very cool. Alright, let's have a wander. Is there a map? I can't remember if there's a map. There is a map. Right, I'm here. Let's just have a wander. I'm not quite sure where to go. I remember that up until this point, I just had so many blood crystals. I was just getting so many. And now I'm just stuck without one. It sounds like a blood crystal. I remember there was some like weird aberration. I also bought a drink. That might have been why I don't have much money. Drinks cost blood crystals. I don't have any right now. Should I take a look anyway? Yes. I do like that voice. Can I jump over? No. Jump. I thought there was like a 5, but I think it's just air conditioning. So how is everybody going? What the hell is this? Yes! I'm rich. You spent a lot of crystals with that dear person who was a black market info dealer, I think. I think so? But I'm like, I don't remember exactly what I learned. I think it might have been like before I could actually ask questions to them about like key suspects. I maybe spent it or something. Like I think I spent it actually getting to that point. Oh, Caitlin says, did you buy an upgrade for your computer? I think that is also true. Did I install that? It has been literally a month since I played last. Yes! Visions of Cosmos, the knowledge tablet, a knowledge tablet for Starlight. Please manually install from Starlight's inventory. These symbols were carved on an altar on a frigid asteroid following in the wake of destroyed Eden. Allow Starlight to process Cosmos glyphs. Yeah. That's a noise. Alright, so now we can go into certain doors. I remember there was some door near like Sam's place. Sam the... Oh! My buddy. There were some doors near Sam's place which I think have the Cosmos crystals. Oh, there's a blood crystal. Oh! I remember where all the blood crystals came from. I think this person, whose name was Shinji, just like stole a bunch of them and just like hid them around everywhere. Oh, I can get really high up. Hell yeah. Enchanting blood charm? This charm is to strengthen your blood. What does that mean? What was that? Yeah. Caitlin says, he did. Funky little demon dude. I love this person so much. This little person. My favorite. Curses. I keep climbing? I can keep climbing. I like... This game does like... This game is so thrilling with its lack of like fall damage and stuff. The Way of Blood Bar, 25th Island Sequence, which is the next island sequence. Everywhere you go, there's the hum. The whole island hums with something. Oh shit. My controller just unplugged itself. Give me 2 seconds. Is it dread? No. Maybe. I think it's secrets. They've taken a life of their own. They become tangible. Secrets cause dread. Maybe. What? Is that like future us? No reality whiskey obtained. Made with corn, rye, and barley. Smooth with a taste of brown sugar. Best enjoyed on a rooftop. Cool. I don't think I can drink those, right? Oh my god, I'm immediately after saying I wish I had more blood crystals, I have nothing. I have 3 and all is well. I don't know how far I can jump. That's a pretty good distance. Curses. Oh. Can I just jump up here? No. Okay, I do want to jump, like, climb up really high and jump off. That seems especially... Wow! Some weird orb? What's that about? Like insects? Or like mice running around? Or leaves? One of the 3. I can't actually get up there, that's unfortunate. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna have to climb all the way up, then jump down. Do. Yeah. Maybe we can get in here? Oh, I can get in here. Amazing. Why am I in here? There's no stairs. That's unfortunate. Maybe here? There's music? And now I have 6 blood crystals. Alright, so let's try this again. Maybe I'll just go up these ones just so we can get those other crystals I could nexus before. Alright. Amazing. 7. I can probably afford all the information I'm after now, right? I think it's up there. Righteous Montserrat t-shirt obtained. It's pure perfection. It's a quote from Montserrat. Praise purity perfection. A good quote. Alright. Cool. There's a ladder. This is some music. Tower that broadcasts music to the speakers on the island. There's a tape in here. Starlight. New music file added. I put a TV on my balcony. We all did. Everyone danced on the balcony. Went on all night. It never happened again. Ominous. Okay. Perfect dominoes. Imperfect dominoes obtained. Good for killing time. Ugh. Hey. I know that little fella. Okay. So, now that that is done, let's try and meet Shinji. It always jumps me too far. Okay, let's go. I'm not sure how entertaining a stream of this is, watching me go jump up and down. Going up and down stairs and then jumping onto... missing a rooftop. Alright. But this is the last time, I swear. I think I'm just not going to press the jump button. I'm just going to walk off. Perfection. My old home. Thank you. Kaylin says, I believe in you, you can do it. I appreciate that. I needed that. I didn't read that until afterwards, but I think that helped. Talk to Shinji. I like Carmelina's dog. It's about the only thing I do like on this shithole island. You're breaking my heart. Don't get the wrong impression. You're near the top of the good part of the list. You've made my day, Shinji. Don't patronize me, love dies. I forgot they exploded. Extremely cool. Alright. There are probably more crystals about. I'm not too fussed about getting them all. So let's head towards this weird orb and see what that's all about. Another Dusk Apartments. Small rooms and some have an ocean view. A terrifying, harrowing view of the liquid abyss. A mahjong club that meets in one building every week. Oh, extremely cool. Alright. This is what was Prey. Interesting. What happens if I jump on this? Do I die? No. Man, it's so much fun to be a detective. Doing this kind of stuff. Running around. Examine. The monument to the moon, the sphere of death that is split in two by a great chasm. I can feel the grim silence from the deserted city on the dark side. Neat. Oh, it's very cool. I was watching some Resident Evil, the new Resident Evil demos, which looked extremely cool. They're leaves. And one of the things you can do is just hit a statue of a goat with a knife. And that's making me think of this little goat. I want to hit this little goat with my knife. Even though I think that's a god. Alright. Okay, let's unlock fast travel. Spend one of my precious crystals. Kaylin says, big vampire. That's all I know. That's basically it. Resident Evil Village or whatever. You know, just seems like vampire stuff. There's werewolves. And then typical vampire stuff. Typical Resident Evil stuff, including not very well written, like, scripts. The brief scenes that were in that the free demo that is out there that anyone can play for free, just had like really just jarring character changes, which are kind of like on the par for this for the series. I don't think I've ever played a Resident Evil game, to be honest. I think I played like a little bit of Resident Evil 4. But I've watched a lot of Let's Plays from them, and they seem like a lot of fun to just go through and play. Unfortunately, I feel like I can't like replay them because I've already seen all the things, but it seems very interesting, and I'm intrigued by it. Maybe I'll do that as a stream. I don't know. Let's have a talk with Crimson Acid. She, her. Okay. Her pronouns are she. She's extremely cool anyway. Hello. could hang out again. No. We're on a mission.
Business is business.
So 2. I'm going to spend the most expensive ones because I feel like that has... That's 1, so that's not as interesting. Doom Jazz?
Good work.
Okay, this is a good one. So I'm going to spend my crystals on this. Her design is so good, they all are. This character or the big vampire lady? Or both, I guess. He knows the original secret, says Crimson Acid.
I have my way.
Before the first island, during the Great Betrayal, Montserrat made a mistake that got Doom Jazz's father killed. This was before you joined up with the Syndicate. He was our original military general, a legendary soldier. I'd always heard rumors about him before I joined this Syndicate. There weren't many humans that the gods feared, but he was one of them. When the Syndicate fled to the first island, Montserrat made a stupid call to investigate a tomb that was supposed to contain a heavenly weapon. He was wrong. There was nothing there. Doom Jazz's father attempted to hold off the pursuing armies during Montserrat's folly. It was too much. Our pursuers broke through and killed half the Syndicate before we got away. The incident was struck from history, but some of the existing council members know about it. Aiz Kiwami, very cool name, likes to talk when he's had a drink, and Doom Jazz was his closest friend. He let the secret slip.
Nanny the
Nanny
hell?
the hell. Was? Aiz Kiwami had some skeleton in his closet. He got found out. The next island was going to be a bad time for him. He took his own life a few years ago. Wow. Concerned that's rare or question history? Concerned that's rare.
I have a bad feeling.
It's rare for Syndicate members to take their own life, unheard of council members. A secret for another time. Okay, so I'm gonna get an important one, and then I'm gonna get a cheap one. Let's go Akiko. Akiko's motive. Why would Akiko kill the council? Secrets aren't free. Pay for knowledge. Yes. Deal.
Business is
Good crystals. Minimal imperfections. Akiko is a soldier through and through. She's also their leader. They're the only family she's ever wanted. The Marshals aren't Syndicate though. They're citizens. A security measure by Montserrat. They don't have our immortality, and they don't get moved between islands.
Sure.
That makes them expendable too. Precisely. Akiko has endured a millennia of sadness watching her troops die or get left behind. She wants them in the Syndicate, get them gene therapied up and create a battalion of immortal soldiers. End her heartache. She has motioned the Syndicate to try and get her marshals inducted, being refused every time. She's hurting and she's angry. Interesting. What did she get from murdering the council? She wouldn't be promoted to a position where she could change the rules to keep her marshals alive between islands. She'd use the murder to scare the new councils. The untouchables become touched by the hand of death. She can argue for increased militarization on the next island, scapegoat it on a citizen, and panic the next council into creating martial law with the troops inducted into the Syndicate. Dark.
Sure.
Use loyal troops rather than expendable troops. Precisely. Montserrat was always scared of immortal soldiers having dangerous thoughts and leading a coup.
Don't be coy.
If Akiko did this, she proves that the threat isn't from the marshals.
Sure.
Got any proof? Sure do. I pulled this from the Moon database. You never know when something like this will come in useful.
Oh, I'm glad to
Thanks. Lady, here's more. I haven't got proof, so I'm not charging you for what I'm about to say. Akiko falls in love with her troops. That's why she hurts so much. She has had a string of relationships throughout the islands. Is there someone special on this island? Captain Voth. Cool name. He's the highest ranking marshal under Akiko. The highest ranking marshals are chosen to guard the council during the birth of a new island.
What the hell?
So he was murdered last night? Looks that way. So if her lovers are dying when the island ends, her motive is to kill the council So if her lovers are dying when their marshals end, her motive is to kill the council to push her agenda through, get her marshals into the syndicate and make them immortal?
The investigator is here.
That's a pretty big bet to
Doesn't
make.
add up.
I agree. Something doesn't add up.
What the hell?
What about Voth then? If Yukiko was involved, why did she let Voth die?
Highways.
Sacrifice for the greater good?
Oh.
I need to find some more truth. Let's do Sam and Lydia. Inquire the daybreaks.
Nice doing business with you.
Yes.
Good work.
I know about that last job. What last job? Back in the day, Lydia told you that after she met Sam, they left the world of assassination for good, right? It isn't that easy. Once you're in that world, you're bound to it until you fulfill all your duties. What the such a weird world. An assassin is the most effective tool in the world. All tools have owners. Is that true? In order to leave their old life behind, Lydia's former master had her do one last job.
Who knows?
She had to destabilize a government in Europe. Several dead officials allowed for a regime change. Why didn't she tell me this? We've been friends for millennia. She's ashamed. They vowed to end the killing. Sam helped her do the job. They were in it together. It's not as romantic as the story they told everyone, is it? Always be suspicious of romantic stories, ladies. Life doesn't work like that.
I don't like this.
Is that what the council murder is? A regime change? Who can say? Was it revenge? A crime of passion? A regime change? You've got some investigating to do. Okay, so I have 2 left, and I think they will cost me...
Business is business.
Oh, not much. So I just need, I think, 2 more crystals in order to get all of the things. It's such a weird way of doing a mystery, but so interesting. That little fella. I'm gonna get up high, and then I'm gonna poison throw-in apartments, named in honor of the assassin of the Queen of Spain by Serena Doomjazz. Spain killing, huh? Sounds like a lot like a ruler in Europe. So yeah, I'm gonna try and go up high and figure out a fun place to go next. Looked from the other side, not for long. Maybe a little bit for long. Oh. Okay. Okay, 1 of 2. Okay, I'm stuck because of this roof. Yeah. I'm really curious about this game. About like how it came about, what were the inspirations and all the rest of it, where it sort of came from. Because it's very different. How does this one look from the other side? There's a ladder there. Okay, that's that. Hey, Shinji. You know what I like? Long walks on the beach. Something on the beach, if you know what I'm saying. I was going to say knives. I like knives. I like knife crime. A good stab. An excellent slash. You put a knife in the right hand and you can change the world. See ya, Shinji. Like weird characters like that. That's a lot of fun. Really can't jump over there. Shinji, what are you doing up there? And it says Knife for Crime, LAMO, and all the other O's. Immediately when Shinji said that, I'm like, that's a nail line. Yeah. Malicious secretive cassette obtained. The syndicate monitor all phone calls, so citizens record messages for each other on cassette tapes. I unlocked it. Shinji's the best. Shinji just must have been so much fun to just like sit and write. Like just be like, okay, I have an idea for a character. They're a demon. And they just explode every time they appear at the end of their conversation. Is there anything else up here? I think that's it, right? I would like to... Maybe I'll just go to this tower next and try and jump and see Shinji down there. I'm enjoying this tower thing of just climbing upstairs and then jump straight off. I can also get all the where's the button I press to? I can also like I could do my investigating if I wanted to. But no. This game for me is about platforming. This game is about me climbing up stuff and then jumping off stuff. Alright. Yeet. Oh. It's fun, but it's terrifying in an exhilarating way. Maybe this is important. I should also check the new skin. Oh, I like plants. A thing I remember from last time is I think I remember from last time is that every new skin I got was just the best. I'm just like, this is my new favorite thing, with the exception of a few of them. I don't remember which ones, but this. But I like the plants. What's this? Oh, cool. It's like a electricity puzzle thing. Dope. Alright. It's fair enough. Oh, shit. Oh, that's right. The water taps that just turn on for no reason. This is parkour, exactly. Nope. Ooh, what's this? Use foot bath and oasis in this tropical heat. Spend 5 blood crystals to use the foot bath? No, are you kidding me? I also can't afford that. Another time. What does that do? Maybe I just have to get like 5 blood crystals so I can get a foot bath. I also should probably buy a drink. I don't remember why. Something to do with making friends with the weird mascot person? Oh. So generous, Shinji. Wartime longing residential. Your distant home, so wished for in times of pain and upheaval. Yee. A bunch of red skulls? It's cool as hell. Alright. Let's get to the top of this building. Say hi to Shinji. I think this is the right building, right? I haven't just mixed myself up. Nice Shinji. This is a cool looking island. Is that a dog? Dog flag? Okay. I've been misled. I like how this game is like purposely making these like 3D platforming things. Okay. I hate this. No. Maybe I can't jump up here. I must be able to. Oh, that was close. Yes! Unstoppable. Nostalgic fallen rose obtained. Who knows where it fell from? Who knows who dropped it? I hope the rose made someone happy. That's nice. God. Okay. I want to try and jump to this other tower. Well, maybe I should just climb up this other tower instead. I am not confident with my ability to walk here. Okay. I gotta see Shinji. Okay. Oh god. Hey Shinji. It stretches further than you think, Love Dies. This has been millennia in the making. This could bring the whole syndicate down.
The investigator is here.
Shinji, did you kill the council? Are you out of your mind, Love Dies? I'm a crippled demon that can barely maintain a physical form. I'm barely in this realm of existence. There's no way I can go crazy with a knife and kill the whole council. Besides, why would I kill the council? Speculate revenge? I like revenge. Revenge? You came to this island and you and your kind were hunted by the marshals. I ain't like that. I take responsibility for my actions. I chose to come to this island and have a sightseeing trip. And I'm sad to hear that. Neo. Sad robot. Some people don't logic out their course of action before doing it and then get all pissy when there are consequences. They direct their anger outside. I know what the risks were. I don't hate the syndicate any more than I hate the rest of the life forms in the universe. Good quotes. I came here to see the sights and see what the fabled syndicate are really like. I knew it would be a one-way trip. That's philosophical of you. Don't give me this shit about killing them. I ain't one of your suspects. It's impossible. Alright. I am I'm going to go to the next tower. Yeet. Is there something I have to open or something? Alright. Is there things that people are interested in exploring in this weird thing? I'm finding that for me that I'm just like so surprised every corner I turn. But if there's like, you know, things you're interested in exploring and finding out, let me know. Lost Love Residential. The silence of the apartments is only broken by the quiet sobs and mournful shuffling. Shinji! Is this the work of a god? This is no damned harmony. This is human through and through. I can smell it. Are you sure? There's something rotten in the mix, but gods have better interests than you people. Have bigger interests than you people. What was that about? I love the fact that you can like find these things in any order and just have this strange non-linear conversation with Shinji. Is Shinji a suspect? I've also been thinking about, for some reason I've been thinking a lot about murder mysteries recently. And one of the movies I've been coming back to a lot was Knives Out, which kind of plays on the whole, you know, everybody involved in this thing has a motives, and it's not quite clear who is to blame really. In that, like, basically everyone's to blame, and so everyone's just a terrible person. I don't want to spoil that movie too much, but it sort of like everyone being kind of terrible and wanting to, like, everyone having a motive to kill the victim is just like used as an indicator of how like terrible they were in this person's life. And so I'm thinking about like Montserrat and the council being killed and how everybody wants to kill them, and what it might say about this bad world, even though I'm pretty sure it's bad and everyone knows that, but it's a weird world that I haven't quite got a grip on, but I really like it. Anyway, we have a relic. Polished badge obtained. Insignia of a crime clan. Ruled by Crazy Davos, a fearful woman with an eye patch. Not one to be fucked with. I think I don't like about this game is how it always uses, you know, the word crazy, which I don't like as a term. It's very ableist and very shitty. It's not a fun thing. Yes. So both Avis Wing and oh wow, that's a Bloodborne enemy. Corvid Kent and Avis Wing have. Is Corvid Kent like Batman and Superman mixed up? Like no, wait, no, I'm thinking COVID. Never mind. Don't fall off. Don't fall off. Don't fall off. Alright. I'm fine. I misread that again. I don't know what's with my reading comprehension today. Naya says, no, I just love crows. I thought you said, no, I just love cows. I was like, I have bad news for you. That's not what cows are in Latin. I actually don't know what cows are in Latin. up here? Yes. Skyrim. Okay. Cows also rule. That is indeed true. I'm kind of frightened of them, to be honest. I think cows are kind of scary. Very big. I don't know. I think they're a very impressive animal, but I am intimidated by them. There's a story of me. Although, like, when I was a kid, I've had multiple experiences of, like, riding on cows and camels and just being terrified each time I did that. Am I walking on water? Oh. That's right, I'm a god. Wow. I love... This game does, like, very simple things in such interesting ways. Like... No, I'm not gonna repeat that. Corvid Kent made a bad pun and I'm disappointed. I will repeat it for posterity just because this is probably gonna go to YouTube and nobody sees it on YouTube, but Naya says cows are utterly awesome. UDDERLEY. The hell is that? Blue crest obtained. It's a blue crest. It looks like it would fit into something. Corvid Kent says that was a great pun, all in caps. You can't say that about your own pun. It's not allowed. It's also not true. I remember this crest. I'm gonna ignore chat. I'm also gonna return to how interesting this game is with just like basic things like, oh, here's some water, you can just walk on it, which I imagine was just like a kind of a simple thing to just program in. Like you just start walking on water, you know, treat it like a ground rather than having to program like swimming animations or whatever. But it just adds so much to it, and it's so effective. And like a similar thing with like the fall damage. Like you don't have to program in any harm into this game or anything like that. You're just like, oh, this person's just immortal, so they don't have to worry about it. That's so cool. It's kind of like the, you know, they're making a simple game, but they're using the simplicity of it in such a like interesting and evocative way. And then like I felt it when I started to walk on water. That's like extremely cool as an experience, which I haven't really seen in other games. It's so surprising. That was utterly awesome. Anyway, let's find the final 2 secrets. I'm gonna have a drink of water. Witness's motive. Ask witness's motive. I wish I had a picture of this person so I could really associate with them. Do you know why witness would want to kill the council? Let's see your crystal. Yes. I know witness is growing to despise Montserrat. Montserrat was tightening his grip on us all. Montserrat was giving into paranoia, worried about his precious perfect island. History was repeating. The island was shrouded in fear. Pardon me? We'd all grown complacent and happy in our freedoms. Montserrat had always been building towards a perfect island and a perfect syndicate. As you know, the syndicate was formed with the goal of resurrecting our gods. 24 islands in, and we weren't doing a good job. Huh. That's interesting.
Don't be coy.
Almost all of the pyramids out in the ocean sit empty. Almost all of the pyramids out in the ocean sit empty. What does that mean? Pyramids are like burial places, and like as we noted before, very few people like die. Montserrat didn't care though. He decided that was step 2. Step 1? Step 1 was the Syndicate? Our efforts have always been divided between resurrecting the gods and improving the islands. If Montserrat could make the Syndicate perfect, we could give our full attention to the gods. Why wouldn't Witness want to go along with that? He'd been gone a while. Montserrat changed. So did Witness. Witness didn't trust Montserrat at all. Has Witness been deceived by a god? Not that I'm aware of. I've never had that suspicion. I think this is just some self-radicalization. He slipped further and further into worship and fear of the astral masters. You don't need to be deceived into being a servant when you've already got a healthy dose of end-of-times fear in you.
That's weird.
So Witness murders the council to put the fear of gods into them and refocus the Syndicate on our holy mission. I'm not saying that's what happened, but if you want to pin a motive on Witness, it's what I'd go with. So like, alright. So far we have we have Witness wanting to kill the council in order to get people to, you know, deal with the gods rather than work on perfecting the island. We have Sam and Lydia working to just destabilize the whole place. We have, I don't remember their name. We have a person wanting to basically change how they treat the marshals, like make them involved in what's going on. And we probably have a few more that I don't remember, but it's so interesting because it's just like going back to what I was thinking about Knives Out, in that like everybody has they have qualms with how the council is running things, and so this is all like there are like problems going on in the background that are sort of coming to a head. And I really like Crimson Acid because as a character she is basically just being like, this is what is wrong with this city. This is all the little factions, all the little motivations, all the little impulses within the city. This is the world we're sort of coming into. And so like it's one of these really cool murder mysteries in that it's not about finding out who did it. It's about talking about the place that it happened in and about like what is the underlying problem behind it all, which is pretty much it's the council, right? It's the council's failure to run things in a way that satisfied a lot of people, and so people are basically working to stop them. This is a culmination point of all those complaints being unheeded in some way or another, which is interesting. I can't wait to open up the door and seeing what actually happened at the council. I'm like, it would be so fascinating to go to the council chambers and open it up and see not dead people, but just people. They're alive, they're fine, or something. I don't know if that's like probably contradicted by the evidence I already have, because I don't really remember it, but that would be interesting. Anyway, Witness believes we're heading for the end times. That's the end of the line. How can we have end times if our gods are dead or dormant? Only a handful of gods came to Earth. The rest of them are out there. The gods are self-serving morons. They never looked out for their own kind.
Business is business.
The gods are self-serving morons. They've never looked out for their own kind. That's interesting. I like... I'm going to screenshot that line even though it's not like focused. Just because are the gods reflection of the people who are there? Is that what's going on? That like the council are self-serving morons. They've never looked out for their own kind, and so there's like a big separation for all this. Interesting. Take it up with Witness. I have no time for religious debates. Carmelina's motive. Okay. Wait, before I proceed, I'm going to find out who Carmelina is. I have a vague idea who Witness is. I think Witness is the person Who gave me this job? Overseer at the end of the islands. Oh, this is something I haven't read. This is the motion that I was given. The evidence for what Crimson believes happened. Motion 07750006000A. Motion blah, 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 presented by Grand Marshal Akiko 14. Details. Motion table to the council. Grand Marshal Akiko 14 formally requests that the God Justice Marshals are inducted into the syndicate. Motion was declined. Unanimous vote. And there's see also historical motions, and there are a number of them in that indicating that happened before. Akiko is devoted to her troops. The marshals are not part of the syndicate and perish at the end of every island. Akiko is consumed by perpetual grief. Grief is in some way she can end the cycle and get her troops to move between islands. Crimson knows that her secret trading emporium will be shut down on the next island. Montserrat was trying to tighten his control. Is her independence enough to make Crimson kill? Crimson says she was in her hideout all night, but no one can corroborate that. Crimson says she was in a sewer hideout all night. She was waiting to be contacted for a pickup by Lydia. She left her hideout and was summoned by the Jubs for a crisis meeting after the murder. Man, Dr. Doomjazz looks incredible. And Doomjazz learned that Montserrat was responsible for Doomjazz's father's death. Montserrat was planning an operation that was a repeat of the incident, but this time Akiko is in harm's way. So all these things are going wrong, and extremely interesting. And then there's also this. This person, KHX, was killed. Most of it is just like KHX was obsessed with Crimson, wanted to make her a goddess or something. It's kind of unclear, and was found dead. Yeah, let's find out who Camilla Silence is. Born to Romeo and Natasha Silence on the 4th island sequence under the sign of the Blood Dancer, architect of the island sequences. Oh, this person was going to be in charge of designing, wanted to be put in charge, but wasn't. Witness to the end forbade her from becoming the leader because architects aren't allowed to do that. Alright, so I know who she is, so let's have a chat with what was that? Okay. Anyway. Ask Carmelina's motive. Why would Carmelina want to kill the council?
Good work.
You know this cost, right? Yes.
Good work.
A pleasure doing business. Carmelina isn't allowed on the council. The Silence family were barred from ever being on the council. You remember her father's crime, right? Romeo's fall from grace?
Got it.
He was deceived by cosmic deceit. Bingo. Cosmic deceit deceived him with promises of power. Standard stuff. Cosmic deceit wanted Romeo to sacrifice crying grudge in a ritual that would give cosmic deceit enough power to resurrect. Is cosmic deceit a god? Isn't that good?
Secrets of danger.
Resurrecting the god is our mission. Oh, thank you. Resurrecting the gods is our mission, but not at the expense of deceptions and sacrificing other gods. Romeo was stopped before he could go through with it. His punishment was execution, and the rest of his family barred from a council seat for eternity. That's so interesting, because that's again, the council is seemingly like stopping gods from being resurrected. Like, in two instances. One from like working on the island, making it perfect before they can do anything with the gods, and second, stopping a person who is trying to resurrect a god. Like, admittedly, killing another god is bad, but interesting. Confused. Hi, Carmelina's leadership.
That's weird.
The ruling still stands? Carmelina's on the throne right now. Judge thinks they made it the right call. It's a temporary situation. Judge? Am I confused about who Judge is? I think it's maybe not the skeleton person. She's the highest rank outside of the council, and we're about to move to a new perfect island that Carmelina designed. This transition to our eternal home needs to go right, and she's best placed to get us through it. Has Carmelina protested the ruling in the past? She submitted motions to have the ruling overturned and to get on with the council. All have been denied, though. Can I see these motions? Of course, I pulled them from the Moon database. Get me on that Moon database. I'll give you a little extra for free. I don't know if this helps or anything, though. Hit me. About 25 years ago, Carmelina went into isolation for a year. No one saw her. Any idea why?
Funny.
She said it was for work. She had a new project and didn't want to be disturbed. Nothing ever came of it, though. We were never shown of the fruits of her labor. What? That's kind of cool.
Sure.
Why do you think this matters? You know when you get a bad feeling and it festers? Maybe I just need to say it out loud. Maybe it means something. Crimson Acid is the coolest character in this game. I like Crimson Acid a lot. She's very complex and very cool. I'll see what I find. Now let's hang out. Good time for a chat, Crimson? Tell me about your blessing. The 19th island incident?
I have my way.
It was a weird island from the beginning. Strange feeling in the air, like it was a powder keg waiting to go. About 2 centuries into the demonic About 2 centuries into it, the demonic invasion happened. Disturbed illegal communication, because that seems weird. Someone communicated with the gods. We discovered an Eden cult in the apartments. They'd convinced themselves a passing comet was the god. They were amateurs, but managed to reach out into space. The demons flooded in. Investigate severity. I'm not frustrated this keeps happening, because I like demons. One of my best friends is a demon. Why was this invasion so bad? Akiko and the marshals hit the cult hard. Real shock and awe response. The apartments were demolished before the corruption set in. We thought we'd got them, but the cult had a trick. There was a possessed cult member chained up in the sewers.
No.
The marshals missed them in their sweep. High on successfully wiping out the apartments. The guy in the sewers let the demons slowly seep into the island. The foundations of the island became rotten. Then the demons attacked. Swarms of them came from underground. Everyone took up arms. So you fought the fight and got blessed? No, just a pretty face, lady. Akiko and her marshals were pinned down in the temple. I held the line at the council building. Akiko's never forgiven me. She was convinced the demon general would go for the temple. I believed otherwise. After the battle, the gods blessed me, and I got this new head. Turitem's over, lady. Be glad I didn't charge you for this. Go save paradise instead of hanging around in a sewer. I'll be back for another story.
Business is business.
Are we any other things? So this is interesting. This is clearly like a sort of an early act summary of like who is who in this world and what they are interested in and what their motives are. This is the person that she is the person who is in every murder mystery. Who's just like, I don't have a motive exactly. I don't have a alibi, but I know a lot of things and tells you all the things and just like, oh, this is who the everyone is in this world. So, oh, I have a flashlight? Wild. Oh, that's right. Let's get a foot bath. Oasis in this tropical heat. And 5 blood crystals to use the foot bath. The water in paradise is good. I feel like I've got a new little pep in my step now. It feels like as if at the air I could just dash around. I got a double jump. Yeah. These islands are weird. Oh. Man, I love these bars. What a weird upgrade system. Oh, this is incredible. This is how I'm getting around now. Glistening stone obtained. A small but bright stone. Looking at it makes the world around you fade away, and you can hear distant memories imprinted on the stone by the wearer. This one is full of happiness. Wasn't that like one of the things that showed up? Like there. That's the symbol. That's the person I was speaking with before, the person who's in charge of the island. I was suspecting them. I thought they did it. Who am I interested in speaking with? I'm kind of interested in speaking with the marshal. The marshal had a lot of stuff going on. Questionable donation obtained. Citizens don't sometimes throw coins into fountains for luck. Luck doesn't exist. Cool. It's so weird. Like, just like the notion of luck not existing in this world where freaking everything else exists, I guess. Okay. Fascinating grasshopper obtained. Some people get very obsessive about grasshoppers. Fair enough. No questions. No further questions. I'm already back down to 3 crystals. This is ridiculous. Symbol of the Secretary Starlight skin obtained. The slow poison of ambition seeps through your veins. Never living for the moment, but never living for the moment, but the next moment. The next moment will live forever. Yeah, will forever. I can't read today. The next moment will forever be out of reach. It doesn't exist. It never can. Cool text. I'm not interested in that as a background though. What are these? That's right. These weird shrines. Examine. It's traditional to donate and let blood in prayer at a temple. Blood let in donate a blood crystal. Want to spend one of your 2 blood crystals? Yes. May the silent goat walk with me. Silent goat carving obtained. A carving about the first god, silent goat. Was the first god evolved man? Was the first god evolved man had contact with? Sometimes known as the first for this reason. Captured outside the city of Mahoda Ending in India, tortured in the crystal caves, became aware of the syndicate and gifted them his power, killing himself. Eek. That's a lot of suicide. I don't feel very comfortable with how this game is with that. I only have one crystal left. So should I go someone closer? I don't remember who this person with the cool hat is. Secretary to Architect Carmelina and the fairy woman's handler. I guess they're probably interesting, but oh, this person's really close. I'm gonna speak with the witness of the end, who believed the gods should have been focused on rather than everyone else. Oh, incoming call while I'm in the middle of the air. Love dies. We have the suspect in custody. You are not necessary. Belligerent, ask why. So why are you calling? I'm under orders to cooperate with you, Nen or Osito. Question, her orders. Who's giving you your orders? Judge has assumed authority while this crisis is resolved. Haven't you been briefed? Are you just wandering around without a clue? Maybe. We have a suspect that was found with a murder weapon. He has a motive and a history. He was found with the council's blood in his stomach. We're not making a super collider here. Nen or Sito. Henry broke free, tore through the prison bridge, breached the holy seals, and murdered the council. Case closed, investigator. I hope that this is as simple as it appears. The suspect is back under inhibitor sedation. Inhibitor sedation? Dami Putere. Putere? Inhibitors are injected into him to keep him sedated. Go ask Doom Jazz if you want to know more. I don't want to know more. I'm guarding the suspect at the Desolation Cell on the Rock if you need to speak to me again. The control panel to raise the bridge has been updated to accept your blood vial. Only I have access to the prison, but Judge ordered me to authorize you. The bridge across the prison is on the South Beach. Goodbye, Denorisito. Apologies for not saying that right. Tower, it's tape. Last Dance XX, or 20. You spun me around. I wanted it to last forever. We were roller skating. I wanted to never take them off. The setting sun sparkled on the ocean. These things sound like AI generated. Like someone just did a thing. Oh, whoops. Apparently that word I was struggling with saying is apparently Romanian for bitch, which is... I thought it was like... I mean, that makes sense in context. Romanian? Yeah. Mihai de Romania. Interesting. Because I was like, my instinct when reading that was that it was, I think one blood crystal left. Was that it was, like, I was trying to say it like it was, like Spanish or something? Portuguese? But, yeah. According to Google Translate, at least. That seems like it makes sense to me. Ooh. Warmth of the moon's starlight skimmed obtained. The water that reflects the moon is warmer than the surrounding water. You bathe in it for restorative properties. That's the moon. That's the knowledge thing. You know the moon. Can I see the moon? heard it was like broken in half or something. Descriptive River Power Station schedule obtained. The work schedule for the River Power Station. This station helps distribute energy from the Reality Folding Drive. Good. I guess. Ooh. Okay, I'm not sure what that did. I think that was already turned on. Yes! Give me your blood crystal. Thank you, Shinji. Alright, where was I going? I was going to this person, and then I got completely lost. I wish you could see my feet. Oh. Am I just stuck here now? This is where I live. In the water. I'm beginning to get like really drawn into this world in a similar way to how I was drawn into Umurangi generation, Umurangi generation. In that, like, I really want to just go to the next iteration of this place, like the 25th sequence or whatever, and just like I really hope that this game kind of like ends in such a way that you're just like, okay, now you're going to the new place. And the images we've seen of that is that it was kind of like it's a bustling place rather than a strange tropical island. It's like, it seemed kind of rainy, kind of like this noir-y kind of, you know, place. So I'm really curious about that. Probably won't do that just because I know it would probably be really difficult to like make a packed city or whatever. But yeah, all right. Tower up, some music. Oh, I like this. Lady Blue. Remember how her lipstick looked like? Remember how her lipstick looked on the TV? And his lipstick, Divine. I love those two. Late nights were better back then. So all these songs are kind of nostalgic. And it makes me think back. I like the button for random is surprise. Play it. What am I doing? I'm making a playlist, everyone. Hopefully those 4 songs don't get annoying. Ooh! The gods! Oh, wasn't there... There was like a ghost we met or something, right? On the beach? Absurd message stones obtained. Stones painted by children before they go to the slaughter ritual. They make wishes for the next life. Citizens don't have a next life. Very cool. weird lion person. A weird fish person. Oh, wait. This is star signs. We got Leo, we got Aquarius, we got Gemini. We got this one. Got another Aquarius. That one again. We got the goat head. We got the ones with the broken chest. We got this one. My favorite. It's Kentucky Fried Chicken head. And then I got Aquarius again. Lots of Aquarius every year. It's my favorite part of the year. Look at all the Aquariuses. There's like 15 of them every year. What the fuck? Where am I? I'm in Citizens Apartments, apparently. Yeah, as I was saying, this world is incredibly cool because I am literally I'm heading to this fucking building and have been for the last like maybe 30 minutes. And then I'm just on a beach because it's so engrossing just exploring this world. Oh my god! This whole thing is held up by weird purple arms. Oh! I'm not interested in Yuri Knight right now. I'm sorry, Yuri. Very cool. I'm sure you'll be very plot relevant later. But I am interested in speaking Witness to the End times. Witness to the End. Another ghost? A splendid pamphlet obtained. A pamphlet about the celebratory gardens. They are dedicated to the Gregory Complex, the syndicate member responsible for weaving the broken timelines together several sequences ago. His sacrifice will be remembered. Huh. Searching ghosts. Are you here to take me away? Confused where or cautious depends? I think cautious depends. Depends where you want to go. Where I have to go. To the ritual. Are you a citizen? Am I? I was once, but now I don't know. I'm lost. You're still here even after the citizen slaughtered ritual preceding the end of this island? Why? Maybe the gods rejected my sacrifice. I knew the ritual was coming. We all knew it, but it was sooner than expected. So this is interesting because the thing about the citizens is that when they die, they don't have an afterlife, according to this thing. And to this person not being dead is like, yeah. Hello. Hyperbole. That's Illy, right? Illy, yeah. So we're speaking with a ghost. We're in a very strange world. Were you here last time when we played this very, very, very weird game called Paradise Killer? Well, in any case, it's a very weird game. It's extremely strange. This is the least strange thing about it. I'm just speaking with a ghost. I'll show you the statues in a second. Speaking with ghosts is very on brand, indeed. But yeah, I was just sort of saying how on this island, one of the things that is true is that when citizens are sacrificed in the blood ritual, they don't have an afterlife. And this person here is a ghost after the ritual, presumably. And so what this person thinks is that their sacrifice was not accepted, which is odd because they got immortality in some way. They became a ghost. They became an immortal being in that. Oh fuck, that's right. come back to that. They became a ghost in this afterlife. So it's kind of interesting this character having an afterlife, even though, and considering that they think that they were rejected. Also, Caitlin points out, oh, didn't another ghost want you to find a vampire? That's what it was. I met another ghost and they said that, and it's incredibly cool. And so I'm going to try and do that, I guess, when I'm doing all the other things. This game is great because you just come across these things every 5 minutes. Anyway, I knew the ritual was coming. We all knew it, but it was sooner than expected. I thought we had a few more hours, so I left the house to go find something I'd lost.
The investigator is here.
The investigator's here. And what was that? A stone that had fallen from my ring. It was something my wife gave me to celebrate our first lunar cycle together. It's got no value. She just found it on a beach, but as we held it, our troubles seemed to fade. Being close to each other is all that mattered. When we got married, I had it placed in my wedding ring. It fell out a few days ago. So you were out looking for the stone? Yes, I needed that stone with me. Before I found it, the marshals came and took me to the ritual. I pleaded, I begged, I just needed a few more moments. I became so angry. If I didn't find my stone, then at least let me see my family one last time. So this is the unfinished business, which gives this person immortality. So what I was theorizing before wasn't right. That's okay. I was always told death would be peaceful, but that was a lie. And how do you feel now? The anger has not dissipated, but I am still here. I'm here for a reason. I must find my stone so that I can rest. Will you help me? Accept, I will.
I need to investigate this.
I'll find your stone. I'm an investigator. Thank you. Look around the park between the Citizen and Syndicate apartments. I'm sure I lost it when I sat down. When I sat on a bench there. Look around the park between the Citizen and Syndicate apartments. Have you found my stone? Oh, I have. I already have. Yes. I think I have. Great. That was the one that I touched and had felt joy. Really? Can I see it? Oh yes, that's it. I can't describe how this makes me feel. It's like we're together again. Please, you keep it. I can feel myself fading out of this world, and I can't take the stone with me. When you hold it, I hope you can find the happiness that it gave me. Illy, this is Shinji. Shinji's a demon who stole all the money in the world and hid it around the world as a collectible. Shinji, whenever Shinji leaves, they explode. I don't know where this dialogue's gonna go, but I'm very curious. Shinji, yo, I couldn't help spying on you. What do you want? You look like the stone. You like that stone the spirit gave you? Admire gem depth. Apathy, no, not really. I like the gem depth. It has a wonderful depth to it. Oh, hoping it was going to be a no. Why? I want to sell it. Why do you want it? Gems like that are tied to the suffering of others are one of my collections.
What the hell?
One of? Oh yeah, I also collect antiques from a planet populated by slug scholars. Also got a cabinet of calcified entrails player wreaths from the mad monks in the Venus labyrinths. So want to sell? 2 blood crystals, one-time offer. Refuse. What do people in chat think? Because, alright, here's my thought. 1, I don't really need it. I can find the joy in doing this that in that I've let this ghost come to rest, and it's mine to do with it. And I think passing it on to someone else to give them joy is also good. I don't have any need for blood crystals, but it's good. Hilly says, they're up to no good. Do not give them a gem tied to the suffering of others. I've read that story. It doesn't end well. But you've just met Shinji. Shinji's great. Shinji's adorable. Shinji is like this weird anarchist demon. And just bizarre. Kaylin says, I'm torn. I do like Shinji, but that was such a sweet moment. I think it was a sweet moment, but I think like similarly to how this game is just kind of like let the world end and move on to the next one. I feel like it feels weird to hold on to this thing. Like I just spoke with someone who's just like, this is something very important with me. I'm going to leave it behind because I can't take it with me. Also, Shinji is absolutely a fun dude. I also like know this is how this is going to go because Shinji is just going to be like, oh, you stole my crystal. Um, Illy says, okay, I don't know Shinji, but I'm side-eyeing a gem tied to the suffering of others. Slug skulls are dope, though. Yeah. I feel like I'm leaning towards Deal. I'm really leaning towards giving this. He has helped me a lot. All the crystals that I have has come from him. Them? I'm not sure of their pronouns, and I can't find like details on them. Okay, listen to Avis Win. I don't even go here. I appreciate it. Here's what I'll say. If this does not go well, this will be amazing because I like the idea of Shinji becoming all powerful. And it'll be very funny is if like the ending was tied up to not giving Shinji the stone. So I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna accept that this might be a really, really bad thing, but I'm going towards it because I think that's interesting. Deal. Hand over the crystals. Pleasure doing business with you. Yeah. Hey. I'm not sure if you can hear this, but he has. Caitlin says, haha, thanks. I'm still a little skeptical because he's a weirdo who might be evil, but he's too much fun. Let's go into more fun. Oh, so let me show you the world of Paradise Killer. See these weird statues? They're the gods that people want to resurrect, but haven't because they've been too busy in perfecting the island. This I think is like the council grounds. It's held up with these weird pink arms. This weird tower, I was locked up in here for like 1,000 years or something, or 1,000,000 years. Every time the world ends, this island ends, a new one begins. And I basically recently took a foot bath, and this is what happens as a result. I can just like sprint in the middle of the air. It's wild. Anyway, this is Shinji. Is this the end of the syndicate? Thinking out loud, love dies? How the hell should I know? They're your people. Now piss off and investigate. Oh, amazing. Procrastination, I know it well. You're supposed to resurrect some gods, but you end up just cleaning out your flat. It's interesting because, alright, another thing I forgot to mention. There's a lot of context in this game. A lot of very strange context. This game is called Paradise Killer because a bunch of people got killed. The lead suspect is a person called Henry Division. And they are suspected because they were seen rushing into the council chambers. And then when they escaped, they had, or when they left, all the doors locked. And this person was found with their blood in his stomach. And so that's the thing that's going on in the world. But everyone's thinking like, oh, it's just like they're just pinning it on this person. That's just what's happening. And what we've been basically going around this episode is we've been speaking with a person called Crimson Acid, who is a cool person. I like her a lot. Who's like the black market gossip monger. And she basically went through and said like why all these people would want to kill the council. For instance, Grand Marshal Akiko 14 was wanted to basically keep all her marshals alive, like the cops, and because at the end of every cycle they just get slaughtered, and that's how they're dealt with. And she wants to sort of change it so they stay alive because she's in love with many of these people. Carmelina Silence, her family was involved in trying to kill a god to resurrect a god, which is what the council was supposed to do, but didn't. Dr. Doom Jazz, his father was killed by the lead council member, and that just came out recently. Witness to the End is disappointed that the council isn't trying to raise the gods. Lydia and Sam Day, who are the taxi driver and the bartender of this place. These are some dope names. Indeed they are. Lydia and Sam Daybreak they used to be mercenaries who used to disrupt governments, and so they're just doing that again. And I don't know about Yuri Knight. Yuri Knight is just like the secretary to the Grand Marshal, to Carmelina Silence. I don't think we have the evidence, but I guess we can speak with them. I think we come across them before. But anyway, what I'm doing is I'm trying to get up here, and I have been for about 40 minutes. I'm trying to get up here to speak with Witness to the End, I believe. Witness to the End, and figure out what their whole thing is, because they wanted to bring back the gods. Let's get a phone background. Oh my god. Final moment Starlight Skin obtained. This image was the last seeing a drowning victim saw. Nope. Not adding that to my phone. Oh wow. Crystal. This is how I lose all my crystals. There's so many fast travel points. Dead Nebula Starlight Skin obtained. More refreshing than a cosmic apocalypse. This person is the person who sells you drinks, like just various, sodas and alcohols and so forth. I've had a long conversation with them when I went to a random vending machine. And I think they're a god? Or they're like whatever we are? Shinji, I feel like I could talk to you all day, love dies. What's in your mind? Everything. Nothing. You know how it is. Feeling quite relaxed.
Sure.
You're the only one on this island that is. That's why you're in this situation. Hold on. Pressing X. Controller became unplugged. Too many people that takes things too seriously. They don't think about others, just their own advancement. This isn't how a perfect society runs. Oh, hold on. Screenshot that. Too many people that take things too seriously. They don't think about others, just their own advancement. Interesting.
That's weird.
Do you come from a perfect society? You don't get this attitude and charming personality unless you come from a place where everyone in the government is looking to scapegoat you for their own cruelty and fuck-ups. Screenshot that. Interesting. This little anarchist. I like him.
Investigator is here.
You personally? Of course not me personally. The lower classes. Okay. No time to chat. Things to do. But I thought you said... Use Nightmare Computer. These Nightmare computers can log in activity in an area. They're normally set up to see who's passed through a door or access the system. If I can use Starlight to help me gain access, I might be able to get some evidence. Alright, Starlight, let's get to work. Alright, let's get the right goat. so weird. I've only come across these once before.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
These are the logs of who entered and exited the building last night. Let's see. 1732. Witness enters. 2058. Carmelina arrives and witness buzzes her in. Carmelina is the architect. 2358. The God Justice Marshals arrive and secure the building. 18 past midnight. Witness and Carmelina exit. 331. Witness returns. These logs are sealed by the Nightmare computer. They can't even tampered with. Witness and Carmelina have alibis. Interesting. Okay, so we know that they didn't do it. Unless they jumped out the windows like I will do eventually. Wow. Polite luxury chocolates obtained. The standard gift given to the host when syndicate members visit each other. Well-loved secateurs obtained. A craftsperson's tools are a thing of beauty. The grip has been worn into the perfect fit for the user's hands over years of use. So witness did gardening. I just looked at this at Witness and just smiled. This is such a good game. I'm gonna check out your house a little bit. Oh, this is a new thing. Okay, let's check out this statue. Crying Grudge, a statue of the prophet Crying Grudge. The god endlessly weeps at visions of the future he cannot unsee. Cool. Was that person mentioned with the there was some kind of thing with Carmelina's father, I think. Plants collection. Witness collects and breeds rare plants. Sometimes he gives them as gifts and then hounds you to take proper care of the most fragile plants on the planet. Hold on. Carmelina and him were meeting up. Both of them are kind of obsessed with gods in some way. Well, their family. Carmelina's family and Witnesses. Are they trying to summon the gods? Is that something? Maybe they're not involved directly, because they're innocent, but... Witness at the end's phone. Witness's phone. I can take this to a comms tower and verify its location. The Silent Goat. The Holy Catalyst. Relics. Relics from Persia from before the Great Betrayal. These are early depictions of gods and demons. Okay. I found Witness's phone in his apartment. If I need to, I can pull some records from that. Oh wow. That's pretty cool. Talk. The witness to the end. Oh my god. Oh, that's a lot. Under the gaze of the gods, the so-called investigation freak returns to the island sequences. For context, my role is the investigation freak. Witness to the end, overseer of each dying paradise. Born in the Chaos Palace in northern Iran in AD 981 under the sign of the destroyed Eden. As a child, Witness was enslaved under the banner of Crying Grudge and put to work building and the perpetually growing Chaos Palace in North Persia. During the Great Betrayal, Witness refused to budge in his devotion, fleeing to hide within the impossible labyrinth of the Chaos Palace. Hezekiel found Witness and urged him to follow him. They became close. Witness was still a young man, and Equizol older and wiser. Witness looked up to him as a father figure after being taken from his own father at a young age. Witness holds a great deal of responsibility overseeing the end of an island. He ensures every failure is perfect. He collects and breeds rare plants in his penthouse. Good to see you again, Witness. Apologies for Starlight. I do remember you. How long has it been since you last did work for our holy masters? Time moves so strangely here. We are grains of sand that drift in the astral wake of the heavenly titans. Especially after last night. The island is ready to end. The time flow is broken. The gods are displeased. We are supposed to be their loyal servants, our only purpose to resurrect them. Now we squabble and scheme, our holy work brought to a screeching halt by murder. Irish? Is that an Irish accent? Weird. The end times are looming. So many have strayed from the path. This must be a sign from the gods. When you're zealous, work of the gods.
I'm glad to be back.
I'm here to do the work of the gods. I can see it in you, loved eyes, the fire of holiness. I live in fear of the rage of the cosmic deities. Maybe you can quell their anger?
That's strange.
What's with the holy proclamations? This isn't your usual style. Far too much has happened in your absence. Truths have become more mutable. Our masters are not being served. The syndicate has lost its way. I have not strayed from the path. Too many of us have forgotten what it means to serve our masters. I fear last night was one of our punishments. Or maybe it was a divine reminder. Our gods work in esoteric ways. Are you here to punish the wicked monster that committed this atrocity? The sinner that allowed demons on the island, will he burn in the fire of justice? Question jurisdiction. No, I'm not going to come into this confidently because this is a complicated situation. Housing says, okay, someone has to have translated that cuneiform text. Please tell me if that is true. I don't know how big this game is. Also, welcome Halcyon. I don't know how big this game is. I assume it has a decent audience, but like I don't know if it has like, you know, an audience that can translate cuneiform text. How are you feeling about losing your jurisdiction? Lady Loveday says. Jesus. Judge has no right. It just proves how far this island has fallen. A holy man should be allowed to do his holy work. Now, how can I assist you with your holy work? I feel like hanging out now would be a weird thing to do. So I'm going to go case files. Let's go to your alibi. Where were you last night? I spent the night here in my apartment. Clarify alone. Oh, interesting. Visible on the skin is a red cuneiform which depicts a portion of the code of Hammurabi. What's the code of Hammurabi? I'm gonna ask, can anyone corroborate?
Sure.
Can anyone corroborate that, or am I taking your word for it? You don't need to take that turn with me, investigator. Architect Carmelina was here as well, which we can confirm. We left when we were summoned to the crisis meeting. Pry, romance. Some romance at the end of an island. That period of our lives is long gone, investigator. Investigate. Her behavior? Was there anything odd about her behavior? We had a pleasant time. We shared some wine I'd been saving and prepared to say goodbye to paradise.
I need to investigate this.
And you two were in each other's company all evening? I stepped out onto my balcony to take a phone call from Grand Marshal Akiko. It was fleeting. No more than 5 minutes. What time was this call? Shortly before death visited the island. Akiko was reporting the escape of Henry. Oh, interesting. Illy says it's one of the most complete ancient legal texts preserved. This is the Code of Hammurabi. Maybe oldest? Probably not. What is it? What do you mean legal texts? What does that mean? Like court proceedings? Is it like notions of like what laws there were? It's a code of laws. Interesting. So this character has the oldest laws transcribed onto his body, their body. Laws like family law and business law and shit. Huh. What does that mean for this character? I don't know. I'm thinking about that. What am I doing? There's a phone call. Not long after, marshals were stationed outside the elevator to my apartment. Do you have any proof that you were both in your apartment? The nightmare computer at the entrance logs everyone that enters and exits this apartment. I know that, witness to the end. You can pull the records from that and check yourself. Why is yours the only apartment with a logging system? You can't be too careful. I take my privacy seriously. Paranoia. Got it. Ah, Lady Love dies. Don't do that. Report apartment logs. I checked your building logs. Your story checks out. Of course it does. The righteous have nothing to hide. Husband says it describes the punishments, what punishments are to be used for various crimes, mostly injuries that match the nature of this crime. Illy says, I must say I'm surprised to see this is set in our world. It's deeply weird. Like there's like, everyone's born around like 980 AD. So it's like a weird alternate universe, but there's also like a lot of these characters are expressly called mercenaries who meddled around in Europe. And like Europe exists in 980, AD and all, but like these people are like from like Persia, from like Romania. They're from all over the world, and I don't know what happened. It's such a weird, surreal thing. It's kind of like I've just been kind of like just settling in with how hard it is to get like a firm grip on this strange universe. It's very interesting. Let's ask about KHX is missing, who is a person who is obsessed with a person called Crimson, who is the black market knowledge merchant person. Ask KHX. What do you know about KHX's disappearance? Nothing. He often went for periods of time, periods of isolation. Sorry, can't help more. Lady Love dies. Huh. Crimson's alibi. Ask Crimson last night. Did you see Crimson last night? I didn't see her. Love dies. Interesting. Henry's escape. What do you know about Henry's escape? Only what the Grand Marshal told us. Have you spoken with her? Okay, this might have been a wasted opportunity. Suspicions. Ask Henry. Do you believe Henry is responsible? All I can do is trust the gods and have faith that what happened was a part of their divine will.
Don't test me.
But do you believe Henry did it? It is not for me to question the gods. Question suspicions.
Remains obscured.
Witness, do you think anyone has a motive for killing the council? This island is full of sinners. Our holy mission has been left unattended for too long. Any number of the sinners here could have done it. Perhaps it was an act of the gods. Heavenly anger leads to heavenly spiting. Investigate sinners. Tell me about these sinners. This island crawls with them. They pay lip service to the gods but don't follow our sacred mission. The island sequences have degenerated. They used to be righteous. Now I despair.
I have a bad feeling about this.
What about the accursed? Henry is a citizen, not a syndicate member. Citizens are sinners too. Wow, this is a sentence. Citizens are sinners too. They do not pray hard enough. The syndicate do not compel them to pray hard enough. The citizens grow restless, insubordinate. Dissent spreads. This one let demons on the island. Why stop there? I don't believe in this. I'm going to say doubt. Good story. That's a good story. Too good. Someone wants to pin this on a citizen and they're too ready to accept it. We cannot conceive the esoteric ways the gods work.
Sure.
Another easy story. You're questioning the gods? Higher powers rarely provide the answers we need. What about your motive? This is interesting because like we know this person's motive is pretty much what they have been saying throughout this whole conversation. In that they like believe everyone's a sinner and they would stop them, kill them because they're not following the ways of the gods. What about your motive? Investigate conflict with Montserrat. Why were you butting heads with Montserrat so much? I know why. What does that have to do with
I need
anything?
to investigate this.
I need to know why someone was clashing with a murder victim. Our leader was not following the holy mission. His focus was on the island sequences and not the gods. Panda, straying from the path. I want to ask, did you kill him? But I know that Witness to the End didn't if the doors is to be trusted. Although, like, theoretically, he could just climb up the walls. Sounds like he was straying from the path. Yes, I'm glad you understand. Our first priority is to prostrate ourselves before the gods, not build ourselves a nice home. If our islands fail, then it is the will of the gods. If we trust in them, we will be saved.
Like this.
Did that make you angry enough to kill? I know you must ask these questions, but it pained me to hear you question my loyalty and faith.
Is this a fact or a truth?
You voted against every proposal he put forward, didn't you? That is the point of our democratic meetings. We all have a say on the direction of the syndicate. His direction veered away from our holy mission. I voiced my disagreement with
Got
it. What kind of proposals were they? Advancement towards the so-called Perfect 25. I don't care about a new home being perfect if the gods are not there to celebrate with us. Look out to the ocean of madness. So many pyramids sit empty. 24 island sequences, and we only have one pyramid resident. What? We only have one pyramid resident? Who is the pyramid resident? We are capable of so much more.
Why?
Why haven't we done more? Montserrat had other plans. Grand resurrections could wait until the island sequences were solved. What is the point of the Perfect 25 if gods remain in pain? I wanted to remind Montserrat of the syndicate's purpose, so I voted against everything he and the rest of the council put forward.
When love dies.
Did you remind it with a knife by any chance? Lady Love dies. You know that isn't true. Absolutely not. Question. So here's an interesting thing with this conversation. Witness to the End has a really interesting faith in the god's ability to solve all problems. Like, what we have seen is that consistently throughout this world, there have been people letting in demons. That's been the cause of a lot of these islands falling apart. And so what Witness to the End is saying is that basically if gods were here, that wouldn't happen, which is a really interesting way of thinking about it. I think what we've seen is that like the gods and the people who are in charge are kind of similar. There was like a quote earlier that I forgot, which was the gods don't care enough about each other, and they're only like caught up in their own squabbles, which I think might be a reflection of the people here. So I admire Witnesses to the End's optimism, I guess, but who knows. Question: your motive. Do you have motive for killing the council?
I am stood bathed in the glory of the gods.
I am a humble servant striving to live on the righteous path. Murdering the council is not on that path. That's fair.
Got it.
Am I taking a word for that? What reason would I have to kill the council? What does that benefit our holy mission? Who determines the path? The gods, of course. Did the gods want you to kill the council? Don't be ridiculous. Let's hang out. Want to chat, Witness? I must warn you that I'm not one for long conversations.
Gods are watching us.
The gods are watching us. Do you think they are happy with what they see? Ask Zealot.
Strange.
What's with the Zealot thing you got going on? The gods are radiant, and this island does not bask in the light. I came to realize this, and now I live only to serve them.
Of the holy master.
Please tell me you also devote yourselves to the holy masters. Disinterested. I have a job to do. I am a servant of the gods, but I have a job to do.
Blasphemy.
Everything is secondary to our holy
Don't
work.
Like this.
The recent bloodbath says otherwise.
Gods are watching us.
Please join me in a prayer.
Stood bathed in the
He journeyed across the stars. He came to us and gifted so much. He was the first, the holy catalyst. Man's dark age was scorched by the fire of devotion. In the face of sin and heresy, I sing for the silent goat. He heard us in the crystal caves. He will hear us again. The first, the holy catalyst, silent goat. May we always walk with you. Decline another time. Maybe another time, Witness. I pray that you do not fall into sin. Relationship increased. Goodbye. May you fly with destroyed Eden, and may you reach the moon. Alright, so here's my theory on how Witness to the End did it. Simply got off and had a walk. Illy says goat, ooh. Which is a reference to our Blades in the Dark campaign, in which Illy is playing a goat witch? How would you describe Granny Gruff for our audience? That was a really interesting conversation. It was fascinating that we got that far, considering that our Witness didn't really know much. Illy says she's a weregoat in reference to the character, but also kind of has weregoat powers, which haven't turned up in game, and I'm very curious about them. So yeah. Now, where do I want to go next? I want to speak to the I want to speak to the person who did it, or the person who is accused of doing the murder. I feel like they have a lot to say. Let's do fast travel for the first time in ever. Oh wow, Doom Jez's yacht. I don't know where they are. I think I'll just go for a walk. I like this place. I don't want to spend money on fast travel. God. Illy says, for now, it's just galloping across rooftops and using my goats to intimidate prisoners. It's an extremely cool character. I'm a big fan of Granny Gruff. Huh. How do we get to that island? Oh, it's right here. Oh no. I'm stuck. Marshal Guard. What do you want, freak?
Sure.
What's your deal? Security. After last night, I'm here to man the bridge controls.
Strange.
Why? These are the only controls. The Grand Marshal is guarding the killer. If he escapes again, which he won't, I am here to raise the bridge. This is a cop.
Sure.
Good. Just in time. Glad Paradise is safe now. How do I get back in? What I would like to see is whether Shinji, our beloved demon pal, is already on that island. Like, is Shinji stopped by this bridge? Dazzling obelisk charm obtained. A charm modeled after the obelisk found on a Citadel planet on it, another solar system. Oh no. Fuck. Okay, let's walk in some water. How do we get to that? Alright, maybe I just have to like fall and then do this dash jump or whatever to get to that bridge. Alright. This game is good. What is really interesting for people who are just arriving is that this game is like half investigation game, like I'm solving a crime, and it's also like half oh, that's interesting. It is half like 3D platformer. No, no. I don't know how to get up here. Ah! Ah! I found a way. Oh, The bars on the prison bridge have been destroyed.
Investigator
I presume this is how Henry got out. The desolation cell is connected to the mainland by this bridge. There is some residue. I'll run it through Starlight. Residue sample 68.7% thermite, 29% barium nitrate, 2% sulfur, 0.3% polybutadiene acrylonitrile. No traces of unknown chemicals found.
That's strange.
Starlight says this is thermite. It doesn't seem to be demonic in nature. Someone may have melted through the bars. Interesting. The door leads to the barracks. It's a secure tunnel to the desolation cell where Henry is incarcerated. It's coded only to Akiko's blood vial. So Akiko had access to this. Leave. I will. Can I do this? This is such a weird game. That's a very cool sound effect. This is immediately not secure. Someone could immediately like walk through here and just go along this. It's better close behind me. Man, I do like how they commit to this is a long walk. And they're not going to skip past it or anything. You're just going to walk a lot. It's like how every time I had to walk up those like apartment buildings before, it's just like you're going to walk up these apartment buildings. Wow. Extremely cool. Desolation cell. Can't connect to music system? Oh, this is ominous. I'm turning up the music. I like this. This is like, wow. Bridge to nowhere Starlight Skin obtained. This bridge appears when the planets align. Those who walk across the bridge travel to a new reality. Trapped there when the bridge disappears. Uh-oh. Am I gonna be trapped here? This would be the best way of just locking me up or something. What purpose does these serve? Can I burn myself? Apparently not. Where are the birds? There are the birds. I'm gonna be honest, this isn't what I was thinking of with this prison place. We know that word. It means bad
What the
things.
hell?
Pardon? I'm calling you something unspeakable in my native language.
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
Good to see you again, Akiko. Grand Marshal Akiko 14, born in Mihai Day, Romania, in AD 991 under the sign of the New Knight. The Grand Marshal recruits, trains, and leads her marshals in any military activity the syndicate performs. Akiko was born an orphan in Mihai Day, Romania, during the reign of the gods. She was drafted into the army of New Knight as Damned Harmony's forces pushed across Eastern Europe. So Damned Harmony was the person who was, who led Witness of the End. Witness of the and like followed Damned Harmony, so they were rivals. At age 13, she was leading guerrilla operations after excelling in hand-to-hand and weapons-based combat. When the Great Betrayal happened, she fled to join the Syndicate. New Knight had given her a home and a purpose. She had no intention of forsaking her god. I'll brief you on the murderer. Sassy, innocent till proven guilty, or compliant, play along. Innocent till proven guilty. Illy says, completely unrelated note, did you know that there is a Romanian profanity Wikipedia page? I'm just surprised that it's just Romanian, because I'm sure there's like every language has a complex Wikipedia page about profanity. Tell me about this Romanian profanity Wikipedia page.
Got it.
Suspected murderer. We haven't been to trial yet. Everyone gets a fair shake. Is this on the page? My early instinct is Draculi means like devil or demon or Dracula, but I know it's not that. All right. Nenocrosid, usually an unpopular word that literally translates as unlucky and described a disadvantage or unhappy person, similar to the English phrase for poor devil, is now using in a pejorative sense with a meaning similar to motherfucker in English. Powerfully pejorative. Earlier, Caitlin went through Google Translate and found that it Google translated it as bitch, which I never liked saying that word, but that was the word that was the translation according to Google. I love how words can have these multiple different meanings and like in a way they're all correct in like a different way. It just has cool context. Which means this game is great because like every question I have about it will answer within like one bloody text box.
Do you want to die?
Do you want to die? Shut the hell up. Henry Division has been incarcerated for a decade. Before his incarceration, he was arrested multiple times for arson, robbery, assault, and attempted celestial rituals. Attempted celestial rituals? So this person was also trying to summon the gods. He had been under watch by his school and served a short jail time before attempting to communicate with the gods in a failed ritual. School report. 1 year later, he succeeded in communicating with the gods. Demon poured in through the psychic pathways he opened. Henry was possessed by a demon and killed his mother in their apartment. We arrested him, but he had already tainted the island. We'd sealed off the area around his apartment. The concrete sarcophagus over the dead zone. Henry resisted arrest and murdered our chief exorcist, Grace Bloodlines. Wow, another really cool name. He's been kept here in the desolation cell full of inhibitors ever since.
How?
How did he escape? I removed him from his cell and took him to the ritual stone. The blood pools in the recesses of the stone and stops the tainted liquid from touching the island. The Labachu took his chance when I opened the cell. He pushed me aside and then he was gone. This is at 23:52. Suspicious lack of injuries.
Test me.
You appear uninjured. This is Masahiro heavy injuries, bleeding edge, Shikigawa power armor. Very cool. Question armor. The armor wasn't enough to stop a citizen?
Ich prost.
It's prost. When you face a demon in battle, you get to when you face a demon in battle, you get to comment, freak. How did Henry get a murder weapon? He took my combat knife. I like how this knife over like a tropical island picture. When he escaped, in the struggle he grabbed my knife. Did he attack you? No, he took it and ran. Where did you find him?
Și asta ce înseamnă?
Outside the council building at 3 past midnight. He was passed out. The demon did its work and left him broken. He had a knife with him. I attempted to secure the crime scene but was able to. We are not able to traverse the second holy seal. Illy says the citizens are demons? No. So the citizens are, as I understand it, just like regular people. They're like people who wander around and do their own thing. This person, Henry something, I forget the name immediately. Henry Division. Henry Division basically got in contact with some demons and then got possessed. And that kind of thing. The demons we've met, which is basically just Shinji, are people from other worlds who sort of merged into this paradise island to like mess with things. They described it as like, you know, corrupting the island and considered it impure in some way. There was an earlier reference to a bunch of people in an apartment building who tried to contact a god, but it was just they convinced themselves that there was a meteor that was a god, and then when they attempt to contact that, they accidentally brought demons to this place. I think is that the same apartment building as this? So they basically closed off the apartment building, and there was someone else escaped and lived underneath, like hidden in the sewers, and they spread like demonic stuff throughout the sewers and corrupted the place. I think there was a different version of the island, but citizens are not demons. Citizens, I think, are just people, human beings, quote unquote. Attribute sa te aduni naibi, and wrap this up so we can execute him and go to the next island. Love dies.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Facts and truth are not the same. Our orders are to investigate before we execute him. Don't drag this out. Do your work and let me do mine. Here's my report about last night.
That labagiu.
A key report states that Henry broke free at 23:52. He made it back to the island, broke through the prison bridge bars, went to the council building, breached through the holy seals, committed mass murder. He was found at 3 past midnight with a murder weapon and the blood of his victims in his stomach. Dr. Doomjazz left his medical report with me as well. Take this. Doomjazz examined Henry. When we found him, we called the doctor. It's standard practice to get him examined. Speak to Doomjazz if you want to know more.
Bye, Nenorochito.
Goodbye. No. This is Dr. Doomjazz's medical report for Henry. Doomjazz examined him last night after the arrest. Syndicate Health Assessment Document, Citizen version.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I have bad feelings about this. Examination instructions state that citizens should be examined but not administer medication or care beyond what is necessary. Whoa. Patient's body is strong but fatigued. Shows clear signs of possession, scarring, burns, and arcane sigils. Blood work shows no signs of abnormalities or intoxication.
That's weird.
That's weird. Patient had visible blood around the mouth. Tests show his blood matches several victims of the council murder.
The investigator is here.
Further samples confirm that blood was ingested via the mouth and within the stomach of the patient, likely ingested during the attack. Patient appears free from mental illness but is suffering from amnesia, a common side effect of demonic possession. Patient has no memory of the decade since his possession. Patient doesn't remember anything about the events of tonight. Collapse most likely due to extreme exhaustion from overexertion. During the
demons.
You don't hate demons. During the demon patient's possession 10 years ago, arcane sigils were seared into his flesh by the possessing demon. These symbols were found drawn in blood at the crime scene. Since no exorcism was performed 10 years ago, Henry has been tortured by the demon contained within him.
Sure.
During prior examinations, the patient has complained about the white-hot rage inside of him. The patient's body had the correct dose of demonic inhibitors. My final assessment is that the demon within the parasite managed to overcome the inhibitors at a crucial moment. The patient escaped under the will of the demon with no memory of it having happened.
Got it.
Well, everything checks out. So, here's my question. Did she let this happen? Did she accidentally, quote unquote, give this person not enough inhibitors? Cool. Give this person not enough inhibitors and give him her knife and let this person run rampage. She had access to the bridge, could destroy it, and so forth. Now she's trying to kill him to sort of cover it up so that her actions can be hidden, or at least her incompetence, quote unquote. We shall see. I'm gonna look for Shinji, and then, and only then, will I investigate the crime. No, they're being consistent about it. Oh, wow. Wow. I actually fell in the water. This is the first time this happened in this game. Alright. I'm going to speak with her first. I'm going to see what's going on.
Grand Marshal Akiko 14.
I don't want to hang out with this person. Witness's alibi. Ask witness last night. Did you see witness to the end last night? He was at his apartment. My marshal secured him when Henry escaped. Go and ask him about it. Yep. Crimson's alibi. Crimson last night. Did you see Crimson last night?
Norochito.
I don't know if you realize it's not Norochito, but I had my hands full last night. I didn't know where Crimson was. Go ask her. Henry's escape. Oh god. Question. Prison bridge guards. How did the bars of the bridge get broken? Henry broke through them. Refute. Did he? What if he didn't? Rahat.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Starlight's analysis of the residue on the bars says that it was explosives. Starlight is wrong. Your little machine is trying to analyze something demonic and doing the best it can. Investigate Henry's papers. How did Henry escape if he was sedated? The Labigue played us. The inhibitors needed to be stronger. The report says they were the correct dosage.
You need to back
What if the demon tricked us, though? What if the demon could slow Henry's body down? The doses of inhibitors needed would be lower. The demon maintains the act, and then when the time comes, he drops the pretense and makes his move. Is that likely? As likely as anything. Not that it matters. It's what happened. Interrogate procedure. Why were you on your own when Henry escaped? It was just one pool of prisoner, and that was supposed to be sedated. Question, marshals. Why not take a squad of marshals, just to be
You
sure?
need to back off.
I'll admit hubris. My marshals did not come to the next island with us. Do not come to the next island with us. They engaged in their final prayers. I wanted them to have one last moment of happiness before being wiped out. Soldiers aren't supposed to know happiness when duty has to be done. Henry's escape. How did Henry manage to escape? I thought I gave you my report. I must have been dreaming or hallucinating. Okay, I get it. KHX is missing. Do you know where KHX is? No, he's been missing for several days. Have you searched for him? What do you think? The marshals conducted a brief search, but we were not stretched thin at it. We were stretched thin at the end of an island. There are several thousand citizens that needed rounding up and taking to the slaughter ritual. Do you have any suspicions about what happened to him? No. If he wants to disappear, then let him. Even though a mass murder happened last night, he didn't do it. Henry
I'm
did.
glad to be back.
Of course. Investigate necklace. Tell me why your necklace is in KHX's workshop. You think you've stumbled onto something, don't you?
Nenorocito.
You got me at the scene of a crime? KHX made my necklace and broke it a while ago. It took a day to get it repaired before the end of the island. When was this? About a month ago. When he went missing, I accepted that fate and decided that the necklace wasn't supposed to go to the next island. It's important to let things go. So you haven't been to his workshop in the last few days? There are slightly more important things to do at the end of an island. Suspicions.
Paradise feels wrong.
Do you really believe Henry did this? Every bit of security breached by a citizen?
That labaju.
The Lubba Jew isn't a normal citizen. He is possessed by a demon.
Hot.
Of course, I believe he did it. He broke free when I was there and found him outside the city council
What the
building.
hell?
You don't have any doubts? Are you stupid, Nonorachito? Question motives. Can you think of anyone who has any motive for the crime? Investigate. I'm really frustrating this lady.
That
The Lubba Jew in the cell did it. Don't waste my time. You can't think of anyone else with a motive for killing the council and threatening the entire structure of the syndicate? What do you think? Is that an
Fine, Nenorocito.
your alibi? Tell me about your movements last night. I need to get your alibi. Have you read my report? Have you listened to what I told you? Eso Gluma? It doesn't include what you did between Henry escaping and being found.
Nenorocito.
I called witness when it happened. Inquire procedure. Why? He oversees the end of an island. He needed to know. But then I ordered my marshals to secure other syndicate members. What about the council?
Soldiers of honor.
My best marshals were guarding them. They reported it in all clear. But then they were
Do you
killed.
want to die?
Is this a joke to you, Nonorachito? Do you want to die by my hand?
Sure.
What did you do next? I went back to the barracks to organize the search for Henry.
That labaju.
I found where he had torn the prison bridge bars apart to escape. The Labagio could have been anywhere. The Holy Seal Marshal stopped responding. That's when we found Henry outside the council building.
What time?
What time was this? 3 minutes past midnight. That's precise.
Nenorocito.
Being precise is my job.
Investigator is here.
Can anyone corroborate this?
Nenorocito.
The word of the Grand Marshal isn't good enough for you?
The truth remains obscured.
An investigator can't go off your word. Witness will confirm the phone call. My marshals will confirm the rest.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Crime cannot hide.
Can I see your phone records?
Bros.
My records are classified. You're refusing to give evidence?
Classified.
Got it.
Classified? Nonorachito? I get it. Provoke relationship. What does your relationship with Captain Voth have to do with any of it to this?
Sure.
And this is a relationship that got found out would be punishable.
Urfa.
I'll kill you.
I have a
Careful.
bad feeling about this.
Accused punishment. You were found out. You are going to be punished next island is for your. You're going to be punished next island for your relationships with your marshals. That gives you a clear motive. Kill the council, protect yourself.
Ooh.
Which means
Investigator is here.
you are full of shit. You don't know anything. I live by the rules. I'm a woman of honor. We'll see about that. Accused inducting
Is
marshals.
this a fact or a truth?
You've been asking for the marshals to be inducted, haven't you?
I'll put your head on a spike.
It's a reasonable request. We guard these islands. But you've been denied. What if there was an incident that prompted the council to reconsider? The crime to end all crimes on the eve of the Perfect 25, for example.
A soldier.
I admire you, Nonorachito. You believe so fully in all sorts of little stories and fantasies. Must be nice being so credulous, undaunted by the world. Undaunted by the world.
Don't test me.
Is that a denial then? Of course. Question your motive. Have you got a motive, Akiko?
Norochito, you're out of your mind.
I don't have a motive under Norochito. I'm a soldier. Soldiers have honors and live to serve. Dispare din fatamir. I assume that's a no then. Let's hang out. I've changed my mind. Got a minute, Akiko?
Norochito.
You're going to die. Human me. Having fun playing detective? Antagonized jerk. Having fun playing soldier?
Do you want to die?
Could you from head to crotch? Ugh.
Investigator is here.
Violence doesn't solve everything, Akiko.
Norochito, you're out of your mind.
It would in this case. Hurry up and get this investigation done. I'm waiting for you to tell me what I already know. Skeptical question. What you already know?
Labaju.
The Lajabaju in a cage, he needs a bullet between the eyes.
Mine is red.
That hasn't been proven
I
yet.
was born to investigate.
An investigator needs to soak in the facts, breathe in the evidence, savor the test it.
Draculoidingura.
I don't
This
care.
has been
Thanks, Akiko.
delightful.
This has been delightful. We're making friends. That's very funny. Alright. As Fanry escaped, this is where he started from according to Akiko. I can measure the time he took if I find his end spot. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. So like there's like an investigation part that is just me walking all the way back. I'm not gonna do that though. It's very cool though. I've been doing this for about 3 hours. I'm sort of getting to the end of my tether with, well, not tether. I think I might leave it here. I think I might sort of finish it up here. I'll remember to start next mission by interrogating Henry Division. Maybe I'll just walk up to Henry Division and see what Henry Division's like. Henry Division looks cool. Cool clothes. But yeah, I'll probably leave it there. I'll do a save and then we'll finish up for the night. Thanks everybody for hanging out. It was a lot of fun. Cool to be back in the streaming thing after a month absence. Lily says everyone's got such cool, good poses too. Tell me about it. It's fascinating. But yeah. So thanks everyone for hanging out. It's been a lot of fun playing Paranoia. Nope. It's not Paranoia Agent. That's a very good anime. Let's do new save. Yeah, it's been a really good game. I'm really enjoying it and sort of like breaking down what the world is like and who the suspects are. I hope I play it again sooner rather than later, so I don't forget what is going on. And yeah, Kaylin says it was such a fun stream. I was going to love the stream so much. Nighty night. Yeah, feel free to check out this game. It exists in the world and you can get it. Paradise Agent. It's very fun. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching and have a good night. Oh, also this is going to be on YouTube if you want to see the other the original stream that is also on YouTube. Just search for Minor Lenahan. I think there's also a link on my I think YouTube and on my Twitter and also my Twitch. So if you want to see the original stream and what that was like, and remind me of things I've missed, then feel free to do so. I think it's about 2 hours long. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching and have a good one. Adios. Hold on. Let's get to the thing. Still here and see you later. Bye everyone. Bye.